Boko Haram is an Islamic sect that sees the federal and northern state government, as well as political and religious elites, are morally corrupt. Boko Haram rejects the West and the secular state and seek the universal implementation of pure Sharia law. Pure Sharia law is to say that Christians are not existent in those places. Pure Sharia law to resolve the ills facing northern Nigerian Muslims. Not only that, Boko Haram targets include churches, individual Christians, persons engaged in un-Islamic activities, those are Christians, Muslim critics, northern elders, schools, police stations, government buildings, newspapers, and banks. Furthermore, they reported Boko Haram has attacked churches on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day 3 years in a row from 2010 to 2012, initiating these attacks in northern cities with a history of sectarian violence in an effort to further destabilize Nigeria. It also has killed individual Christians. In January 2012, called on Christians to leave northern Nigeria. Did you hear that?
Now, wow. You know, this issue of Christian genocide going on in Nigeria is the one on top of the list now that is trending, even giving APC government worry, because the US Senate, the US is getting attention from the US that this killing is getting too much now, and they are worried. So I want you to please take your time. At this man, immediate past president, Christian Association of Nigeria, let him explain, reveal a lot of secret to you on this video, things you are not aware. Do you understand? So let's take time, watch the video, what he said, then we'll come back and talk about it, because it's getting too much. When today you hear that APC said there's no Christian genocide going on in Nigeria, there's no Christian genocide going on in Nigeria, it's both Christians and Muslims, all those things. Now this is the immediate past Christian Association of Nigeria. Now I think if this one now speak, at least he has some information, he has some evidence concerning what you are going to listen to now. If it's just most things we are seeing on social media, things we know, things we see every day happening, this is not hidden. Do you understand? Let's watch. We'll come back and talk about it, but please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be your guide on for me now.
Very true. I have with me a leading Nigerian cleric and the immediate past president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, His Eminence Reverend Shupo Ayokunle. Reverend, welcome back to Inside Sources.
Thank you very much, and thank you for what you are doing for the nation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let's start the conversation today. Let's hear what is your own take about what is going on in the United States, where a number of notable people, senators, members of Congress, even journalists and talk show hosts, and quite a lot of the religious leaders in that country, they are saying that, look, what is going on in Nigeria is Christian genocide. Now, I want to remind you that we have the governor of Plateau State himself conceding, a couple of weeks ago or a couple months back, that indeed in his own state there is genocide. The third chief in Bandits State also said there is genocide, but they didn't call it Christian genocide. So, as a Christian leader yourself, Eminence, how do you? What's your take on these dimensions?
It is not now that we have been crying about the atrocities of the Islamic sects that had been violent and have been targeting Christians for a long period of time. You know that when I was at the end of affairs, I cried out, because it is so painful when you are losing your members in week after week, and you are losing your churches, which it has caused our forefathers a lot to build over many years, to an unreasonable Islamic sect that wanted to wipe away Christians from the north, and possibly Christians from Nigeria. And I'm not saying they just without data. I'm saying this with data. Let me quote from the 2013 report of the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, 2013. It goes like this. Called on Christians to leave northern Nigeria. Boko Haram attacked a Christian area of Kano on July 30, killing 45 and damaging churches. And prior to that day, had burned down several churches after the Nigerian government on May 14 declared a state of emergency in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa State. In addition to its bombings and burnings and shooting of churches, Boko Haram has attacked beer parlors, poker players, and soccer film center. My brother, what was the offense of the Christians they were attacking? If they want to establish pure Sharia in the north, why should they be killing Christians? Let them attack AME, establish their Sharia for their fellow Muslims. Why are they attempting to wipe away the Christians from the north? Is there any country in East Africa where it is only one religion, the religious group in any region? We are intertwined. What was the offense of the Christians that necessitated them wiping away the Christians from the north in order to establish Islamic Islamic Sharia? If you know that people with that type of silly idea didn't have respect for human beings, especially the Christians, any Islamic practice, they said they were out against it, which means right from the beginning they declare war against the Christians. When we are talking of genocide, is it because they have not killed many Christians? They also said that if any Muslim opposes the agenda, they will see that also as an enemy. We are not saying that they didn't kill others, but there was genocide on Christians in Nigeria because they killed our members in large numbers. 3 weeks after I visited Mobi, they attacked Mobi and leveled Mobi down. I was an eyewitness. I saw many people they maimed in Benue State. Christians, our brothers and sisters. When we got there, the General Secretary of Crown, who know we stand, he was just weeping. They made people cut the hand, cut the hairs, etc., as if they were inanimate objects or that can be cut down anyhow. So if we are saying that there was genocide of Christians, why should anybody be disputing that? Didn't the people say that they will wipe away the Christians from the north? If you are saying now that they kill more Muslims in the north, don't we have more Muslims than the Christians in the north? And besides, didn't they say that if any Muslims will oppose them, they will wipe that person away? Killing of the Christians is and is still an unintended consequence. The real motive was to establish Islamic Sharia in the north and wipe away the Christians. This is what I'm reading out to you, based on research, based on what they said.
Right. So, Reverend, just to give it a little bit more context. No, so this was what was happening in the early 2010s, like up to 2013 and thereabout. Do you still think, I don't think there's a lot of dispute about the resolve of Boko Haram as a sect, but do you still think that, that is still going on now with that kind of intensity today, about now, recently?
Let me ask you, has Boko Haram changed its agenda?
But
have they come out with a new goal?
No,
a new objective?
Absolutely, we've not had that. You're right, sir.
So I don't think that question will be necessary when they have not changed their agenda and their intention, and when they have not stopped killing Christians. Okay. Up till now, are they not still killing Christians in Benue? Are they not still killing Christians in Plateau?
Right. Okay.
How many Muslims are in Plateau?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I have made the point also that in Plateau and Benue, most of the population there are Christians. But my point is that, are we going to say that is the same Boko Haram ideology that is at work in Benue and Plateau? Is it the same Boko Haram ideology? Is that what you think, Reverend?
I said, have you heard them change their ideology? Have they come out with a new one that we can lay our hands upon?
No, I know. I'm just saying that. Do we know that it is also Boko Haram? I agree with you.
It is the same Boko Haram that split into ISWAP. From them, the Lakurawa or whatever joined them. And they continue to split and split and split. Okay. Have you not heard the moderator how they were even fighting themselves in order to gain the supremacy in command?
True, that's correct.
The same evil is splitting and splitting and splitting. Okay, is it justice to us when people are now shouting and saying that there was no genocide of Christians in Nigeria with the blood of many that were killed? You can still remember the camp chairman for Michigan local government, Lawan Dimi, whose throat was slaughtered. When they were calling on people to come and pay ransom, didn't they call on us Christian leaders to come and pay ransom? Did they call on Muslims? They call on us and they call on government.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if we cannot face the truth and we are just trying to be political because it's damaging the image of the government. Then we are not going to get the solution.
Very, very important point that you've made. So what will be your counsel to the current federal government. Clearly they feel provoked, that the Americans are saying this. I agree with you that those things are facts. At times we restrain, from giving it that terminology just so because we don't want to create a division. But the facts are the facts. So what do you think the president and the federal government ought to do in this situation?
For me, the release of the NSCI cannot hold water, because these groups came out of Islam. It didn't come out of Christianity. And what pains me from their release was as if everybody in Nigeria is a kid. We didn't know what had happened in our nation. If the ideology has widened now from the initial one, and we sympathize with many Muslims that were killed as well. But if they say, well, there was genocide of Christians, but we had genocide of Muslims thereafter also, that would have even been more acceptable. But to come out and say that there is no genocide of Christians, I think they have infuriated me more. And it doesn't seem, allow me to see them as people that are ready to do justice. All of us are very sad that these people are painting our nation in this way, that the United States of America can classify our country like this. We know that government didn't cause it, but government will not deny what these people caused and what they have done. For government to be denying it makes the government complicit in what has happened. And I don't see that. I have confidence in them to do justice. Because if you are denied the reality, you cannot do justice. They have no hiding place. They can't deny the reality. The blood of the people they split, innocent Christians, is crying unto God for vengeance. Saying that it happened is the blatant lie. Right from the beginning. Have they changed their ideology? They have not. Government has been battling them and battling them. There are also been unfaithfulness on the side of some of the security agents that are complicit. But some people feeding fast on this matter. But as Bishop Kuka said, the military, the law enforcement agents, they must redeem their image. They must not allow these people to overpower them. They must not allow them to overrun the country. We are not happy, but you cannot deny Christian genocide. You cannot deny it. The United States legislators will not speak without data. You don't need to say you are going to feed them with your own data. Don't know when you are coming, they know what you are coming to do. It is to say that they were ignorant. They are not ignorant. Didn't they have their embassy here?
Very true.
And they're not running everything. Don't they have better equipment even than us?
Reverend, there is actually, a Yoruba proverb that I use to describe the situation. The Yoruba will say that ara ile eni lo mo si amudi. So even if we want to say that, okay, we don't want to cause disaffection, this is just mere sickness, outsiders don't owe us any obligation to call it whatever it is that they see it to be, which is why I want to ask you that, won't you demand of the government to terminate all these killings, whether they are Christians or Muslims, that there is just too much killings happening even currently, currently as we speak in Benue and Plateau. Clearly, those two states are Christian dominated. Won't you make a clarion call to the government to end these killings, Your Eminence?
Yeah, OJ, now that economic interest has really crept into this matter, we may say that they are killing indiscriminately. But right from the beginning, the agenda was made known. It was clear. I was listening to one of the senators on this your channel, done in politics today, saying that voting is a constituency, that they were killing Muslims. Are we saying that they are not killing Muslims now? But when they started with the agenda of establishing Sharia. Sharia is not Christian. It's not a traditional religion. It's Islamic. And they said that any Islamic practice, they are going to be against it. They were going to wash up people away. Any Christian from the north, they were going to wipe away. Can't you remember what they did in Southern Kaduna? Not for the present governor who is trying to address the problem. Yes, but be more objective. Now that it's been more objective, is anybody crying like before any longer? For people that we think that we rescue the situation, when they are unfaithful, when they are biased, when they cannot address the truth, then the hope is lost. So these people are just playing to the gallery politics. Politics. defending their daily bread, not defending Nigeria.
Okay.
Not defending.
Yeah.
Politicians the way they are behaving.
Yeah. So I wanted to follow up that. So the members of the Nigerian Senate, they said that they are concerned about it. They are denying it, like you said, and they have a plan to travel to Washington, D.C. to go and meet members of the U.S. Congress to discuss this matter over. What do you think about that?
Let them go there and make their shame there. Because the United States Congress will not adopt a bill or any proposal without evidence. And they cannot take the evidence they have over there from them. They cannot. They cannot. Which research did the Senate, did the Senate ever do any research? Which research? When did they commission the research body to do research on this killing? When did they do that? Many Christian bodies are written, documented the genocide they paid again and again. The government didn't call them to see what we can do to collaborate together. They didn't. These politicians will just only defend what will give them the financial advantage and power over us. Don't love us. They love themselves.
Okay. Let's move it along, because I also wanted you to comment on the president's speech during the Independence Day, couple weeks back, where he itemized the advance, the progress that his administration, has made. He listed out some of the economic progress so far. Now, I wanted to ask you, what's your comment on that? He said that there is GDP growth, that our foreign reserve has now become quite, is getting more buoyant, I think over 42 billion, and some other progress that they have made. But I'd like to ask you, how do you respond to those claims from the president?
Let me greet the president of our country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for all his effort. When all of them were campaigning, I wouldn't know whether they were aware of the magnitude of what they were promising that they would salvage. Nigeria had gone down in so many aspects of what we can call pragmatic life for the citizens. Is it in the area of security or economy? Or what have you? Nigeria was at the low end. So that was what he came to inherit. And I didn't know whether he knew the extent of the damage that he was taking over. I pity him, but he said we should not pity him because he campaigned to take the job off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said.
But it has not been easy. Nobody forced him to do what he is doing now. He should be enjoying it. And we are praying for him. Our own assignment is to pray for him. If we don't pray for him, who against are we pray for? If it's only when he's doing well that we can do well. Many of us are suffering in silence because of the reality of the economic decisions that he took. Some of them were not well contemplated and planned in terms of the consequences of this on the people you want to survey. If you want to survey the people and the process is now leading to their death, one after the other, what are you really surveying? That's why I said that surveying the situation, economic situation, and the security situation of Nigeria requires wisdom, brainstorming, and it also requires insightful leadership. We need more than even the sense knowledge. You need the revelation knowledge of what the Spirit of God is saying. Yes, God rules in the affairs of men.
Yes.
Revelational knowledge of what the Spirit of God is saying. To every problem, there is a solution. With God. One needs to be able to reflect and wait on God to know what the next step to be. The leadership is not bread and butter. It's a body for people who are task-oriented and people love it. It's a body. We are taxed on this type of tax, the other type of tax. As I said the other time when I appear on this program, we cannot tax people to death. The people you are demanding the various types of taxes from, how much are they earning? Those who are in government, how much are you giving them? The smallest amount of money you transfer like this, you see the amount the banks are deducting, 100 naira, 100 naira. The money they didn't work for. We work with labor for this money. We had already paid our income tax This one now, without doing any work, the money that came in after paying the income contact, you are still taxing again and again. In the Western country, they have other things, other buffers, other things they produce a welfare package or packages for the citizens to cushion the effect of different types of taxes. And they also, by and large, make sure that they don't double tax people. For example, when I was living in England, if you are paying your tax and you are still paying your tithe to church, they return that money back to you. The remaining money between the balance between the tax you are paying and the tax you pay, the tax you pay in your church, they return the balance to you at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That is a fair government. That's a fair government. But here, you are paying penury as salary. Now, it is 17,000 naira. Is it not penury? That's a peanut. That's why I call it penury.
Yeah.
It's a peanut. It doesn't take you anywhere.
Yeah.
If you are going to start the cost of going to your work, coming back every day, and from the same amount, take away your rent, can you even eat? Can that salary even take you to work for 30 days and you still pay rent there?
Exactly.
And rent is increasing. Everything is increasing. How do people survive? How will people not steal in office? No, it's not an excuse for stealing, but this office has already occupied 2/3 of the active working hours of your employees. It has taken active part 2/3 of their working hours.
Okay.
So even to add any other thing, how will they be able to add any other job?
Yeah, thank you, Reverend. Points well made. Hopefully, with the new tax regime that is going to start next year, I think government has said that people who are earning a particular amount of money will not be taxed. Let's see how that goes. But I want you to also share your take on this. There's a lot that is happening because of the 2027 elections. Defections, opposition, politics. Now, I wanted to ask you: do you have confidence in the way our democracy is evolving? With all these things, do you think we have a strong opposition? Do you think our politicians are committed to the people's interest? When you see all these defections and stuff like that, I wanted to have your take as we conclude, Your Eminence.
I don't want to dabble into the issue of the politicians and so, but I don't see any very strong democracy where the opposition is not strong. Look at the parliament in the government in the United Kingdom. See the one in the United States. See, look at it everywhere. I was hearing that the ruling party is putting pressures on people, on governors, etc., to come and join them, and maybe also perhaps threatening them that if they don't come and join, some of them will forget about their second term. And if anyone that understands the type of politics being practiced in Nigeria, who doesn't know that the incumbent federal power is in control of a lot of things that has to do with election? Who doesn't know that? The only time that the thing changed was the time of Jonathan, who decided to be fair to all. But if he had wanted to use the power that he had, he can still use that to turn the tide to himself. But the situation that is happening now is not palatable for us in Nigeria, where all the opposition parties will not be able to boast. Well, probably they will not be able to boast throughout the federation of 20 parliamentarians, and it gives excessive power to the executive. It means any bill can go, which may not serve the interest of the people. And they are already saying that the party is supreme. The party is supreme. Because if you are heading any other arm of government and you cannot dance to the tune of the executive, their party controls the parliament. It's either you are or you are not allowed to return for another term. That's the end of the career. This is not good for Nigeria.
Okay.
Because democracy is the one where the opposition will continue to ginger the ruling party to do the needful. They will be able to bring out their loopholes. But when that opposition is no more existing, then we end up having a dictatorship. And where in this world a dictatorship will really work out? Where?
Thank you so much, Reverend, for your contribution.
Did you listen to that? That is it. You know, yesterday when Reno Omokri disgraced himself, now they tag him as Mr. Liar. He's a liar, he's a scammer, he scammed them, he scammed everybody for not being truthful to himself. Because he's here. Anybody like that, you can't rely. Now you can't trust them again. Because you went to travel Agwele, you want to oversabi. Now the people you blocked, they disgrace you because they have evidence. Those people deal with fact. They don't deal with hearsay. No, they deal with fact. Before they come for you, they have evidence. Whatever you say or you are saying, they just want to listen to you to say what you are saying tally with the evidence they already got. Because everything they are showing you, it happens in your country. This is not happening in another person's country, and they decided to target that it happens in our country. Just like some of the military, the chief of defense staff and the other one, they used to say sometimes when they see something, they will say it's not happening in Nigeria. It's another person. People just decided to bring it on social media, or it happens in 1960. They just decided to bring the video up today. That's lie, fallacy. Do you understand? Now, because the US now, it caught their attention. They are interested. Like, it's getting too much. Do you understand? It's getting too much. So you said there's no Christian genocide. We've seen every time to Christmas like that. You see many times there, killing. Nobody is saying it has not. The Muslims has not been affected. So Muslims are also victim of the. But you cannot compare. This man is telling you these are the statements from these people. Anybody issue a statement like that, what do you expect or what else do you want? They don't want these people. They don't want Christians in their region. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. It has been happening. It's still happening until today, till tomorrow. Now you see the problem. That's why it's very difficult to solve the problem, because the government of today, they are not even helpful. They are not doing the needful, because they do not even see this as a problem. Every time they continue to deny, dismiss the allegations, debunk it, refute it, every time. So they do not see it as a problem. They are not providing solution to the issues. They are all just to dismiss it, they want everybody to believe in what they are saying, that whatever comes out of government officials is the right thing. Whatever the citizens of the same country they are looking after say, it is not right, it is not correct. They are not factual with their information. These are nonsense. It's the reason why the problem is not solving, because all these people, they are all in government. They are all in government. It becomes a problem to solving the problems. They are not truthful to themselves. Now Reno Omokri shoot himself. Now wow. I'm just playing that. In fact, I don't know. It's getting too much. From here, every time problems. It's getting too much. Anyways, I just want you to listen to what this is a immediate past as a CAN association, Christian Association of Nigeria. Now you listen to what he said, and that is it. So what else do they want? Now, is it not for them to start running? Okay, all this insecurity, what are they doing? What is the problem? Let's solve it. Security, military, head on. Bring these people to board. Deal with them. You don't have, I've said it before, when you are dealing with these people who have this mindset of killing your citizens, if you get hold of one, two, you don't have mercy on them. They don't deserve to live. No bandit, no terrorist, no Boko Haram, no Fulani who has this who has the mind of killing another person, killing innocent for one reason or the other, best known to them. When you get hold of them, they don't deserve to live. They don't deserve second term. No, you deal with them based on the offenses they committed. But yet, you take it, you politicize everything, you take it as those people don't die, it not matters to you again. What nonsense is that? You cannot build a country like that. You cannot solve the problem of insecurity like that until you are ready to do something, punish those offenders. And make sure you stop it. There's something you do, you stop these people to discourage them. It's because you are pampering them. You're pampering them. These people, it's just like that now. Even if you have children at home, your children did something wrong, you warned them before, once, twice, you want them not to do this, and they continue to do this thing, and you are watching them doing that thing, damaging everything at home. You didn't do anything, you didn't react. If you come, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Next another, you go and see that. No action. You don't deal with them based on the offense so that they will not go there. They will continue to do it until you are able to do something hurtful to that person who disobeyed the order. Once you do that, you discourage him not to do it again. You even discourage another person who is wanting to do that thing because he doesn't want to go through the pains that person is going through. That is the problem we are having. The leaders fail to deal with these people because politicians are involved. It becomes a problem. Please share this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.